What's up my peeps, haven't said that in a while, but I'm back with a brand new Supercard video. The grind continues, the road to the Rumble continues as I look to enter the Rumble as soon as it comes out. And the Rumble tier is coming out in just a few days, 3 days from now at the time of recording this. So the grind needs to continue, and that's what I've been doing since the last episode. Actually, I've been doing that since coming back to Supercard, but now even more so because I want to ensure I'm in there, I get that freebie day one. But with the deck that I had last episode, I wouldn't make it to the Rumble tier, so I had to ensure that I kept on chasing pros. Primal pros, Vanguard pros. I need to improve this deck in any way, any shape possible, as quick as possible. And the next obvious step for me to improve my deck to make it to the Rumble tier was to go ahead and get that first Royal Rumble card, Drew Mcintyre from Giants Unleashed. But that wasn't just it. Sure, Drew McIntyre is going to help out my top 8 deck, but we know it is official that January 23rd, the day after the Rumble tier comes out, we've got a ring domination where there's probably going to be an actual event card, the first actual special Royal Rumble card. And for me to get that card, I also got to make sure that I'm in the Royal Rumble tier when it comes to ring domination. So I gotta improve that as well, and the easiest way for me to improve that is some Primal Pros. So in the last episode, you guys saw me open up a Platinum pack and get a second Primal Tommaso Ciampa. At the time, I didn't go ahead and pro him, but then like, you know what, just to be prepared, better be safe than sorry, I went ahead and actually played the matches, pro'd him, so that's the first new pro. And then, if you remember, in that same pack, I also pulled another Primal card, which was Jimmy Uso. At the time, not a pro, but guess who I pull shortly afterwards? Jimmy Uso from the draft board, so bam, pro number 2. Now as far as Jimmy goes, I didn't pro him yet, but I will, so that's pro number 2. And the pros didn't end there, because then it was time for the Wild Wednesday pack. When what did I get this time? Here's the footage. So I was initially going to save the Wild Wednesday pack for when the Rumble tier comes out in case the rewards upgrade, but I was told by Evil Gamer that they won't, so let's just go ahead and redeem it right now. I could use some Vanguard pros anyway, so let's open that up. And okay, so we don't have any Vanguards, but we do have a Primal in there. So Lashley, this guy, and oh, Leo. No, I've already got Pro Leo Rush. No, wait. I know you guys just heard me say that I've got Pro Leo Rush already, and this would just be like a third one, but actually I didn't have Pro Leo Rush at the time, so this was the second one. For some reason, I guess I was tired or something, I thought this was the third Leo Rush. It wasn't, so that's Pro number 3. So that Leo Rush card, play the matches, pro'd him as well, but I knew that there was more to be done if I wanted to ensure that I make it into that new tier as soon as it comes out. So I started doing a bunch of multitasking. I know that one of the most important things that I need to ensure that I make it in the Rumble or help me as much as possible is I need 5 momentum slots. 3 wasn't going to cut it, because it's not like I had the best top 8 deck possible. I've still got a single Vanguard Charlotte in my top 8 and a regular Primal Pro Dakota Kai. So I'm training cards in Wild Mode, I'm playing the Rumble for momentum slots and league points, and then also I'm like, yo, I also want a bunch of packs, a bunch of rewards ready to go for the Royal Rumble tier, so those tickets, I need to get as many of those as possible and get all of them if possible every single day. So once the Royal Rumble tier is out, I can cash in on a bunch of ticket packs, and oftentimes one of the challenges to get those tickets is go ahead and use some energy cards in King of the Ring. Well, guess what? I haven't done a King of the Ring in 2 years, so it's time to change that, and hey, I can get some tickets out of it, and on top of that, if I win, I can get a Vanguard, that could be a pro. So I joined a King of the Ring. Actually, I joined a couple of King of the Rings because they didn't turn out too well, but I did end up getting something kind of decent in one of them, and that kind of decent reward arrived during Giants Unleashed. Speaking of Giants Unleashed, how did I do this time? Because the last Giants Unleashed event, I was nowhere near the top reward. So I'm going to show you guys some live footage of Giants Unleashed. You're going to find out if I got the Drew McIntyre card or not, and you're also going to see my best King of the Ring reward yet since coming back. Alright, let's get this Drew McIntyre card. I just need one more match, like 100k points, actually less than 100k points, so no point in quitting here if I don't get enough points or whatever, because I'm definitely getting enough points. So what's the first arrow going to be? Blue, yellow, whatever it's going to be. And by the way, I barely use any of the gears. They just, whenever you use them and then you quit, you actually lose them, so I didn't bother with that, and the boost wasn't that great either. So, okay, left blue, whatever, and you know what, I think I'll try and go for 4 bottom yellow triangles, if that's even gonna pop up. Okay, so, alright, right blue, oh, okay, let's see here, let's just use these 2. I'm hoping we get bottom yellow, let's go. There we go, bottom yellow, okay. So, 1, 2, 3, alright, that's gonna be enough. Hey, that would usually cause me to quit the match because I would feel 83k isn't enough points. But in this case, it is, and we just got Drew McIntyre. So, gonna claim him, and there we go. Got my first Royal Rumble card. Alright, happy with that, and now we're done with the event. Don't need to play Giants Unleashed anymore. Although I will say this, coming back to Supercard, I didn't know really anything about this mode. I don't even think I thought this existed, but I think Giants Unleashed is my favorite mode to get an event card. There's no credits needed. You don't even need to use the gears. I barely use them. I use maybe 4 or 5 in total max. And I still got the card, and there's still 2 days and 2 hours left. And I know a bunch of people got it way before me too. And let me go ahead and redeem my King of the Ring rewards. I think I finished 3rd or 4th place, so I should get a Primal card. I think so. So yeah, okay, we're getting a Primal card. What's it gonna be? It's got Dawson, but what's the Primal though? Female? Okay, it's a female card, but it's not a pro. So as you guys just saw, to answer those of you who are wondering if I got the Drew card, of course, I wasn't going to miss out on this card because I knew it was essential for me to get it. And also that King of the Ring reward, Candice LeRae isn't a pro right now, but she could be a pro, and I could definitely use another Primal Pro female to replace the single Vanguard Charlotte that I've got. And I was serious about Giants Unleashed being my new favorite mode, at least when it comes to non-team events, because it's a lot more free-to-play friendly than like Road to Glory or something like that. I didn't spend any credits and finished it with like over 2 days remaining. That's like unheard of for me when it comes to an event. And you know what? After playing Last Man Standing for that John Cena card, that might be my second favorite type of event. Is you don't need to get a pro to get a good card. You just got one really strong card and that's it. The less cards I've got to level up, the better. Now some people might say, oh, you just like these events right now because they're new to you, but then you'll get tired of them. Well, hey, Team Roadblock is new. I thought that game mode was trash. But anyways, I went ahead and played the matches for Drew, maxed him out, all that good stuff. So he's in the top 8 now, but now the progress doesn't stop here and it can't stop here. So this is my current top 8 deck. I want you guys to all look at this because I need your feedback here. So when I heard about the Rumble rumors, when it was also made official, I pretty much told myself that I'd save up everything for the Rumble tier and cash in when that comes out. But I'm not cashing in on Aleister Black or Buddy Murphy. Instead, I'm saving my contracts for the next tier rewards. So for instance, Platinum Packs, I'm saving those up now for when the Rumble tier comes out, so those rewards get boosted up to like a guaranteed Vanguard card. And the plan was also to do the same with my league points, save them up for when the Rumble rewards come in. Speaking of saving, when it comes to PvP or the Rumble for this entire month, I'm gonna keep playing that, gonna keep grinding that, but as far as my LP points, I'm gonna keep those and save those as well. I'm not gonna use them on a Vanguard or whatever card there is right now, but now I find myself in a situation where I don't know if my deck is gonna be enough to make it in the Rumble tier with the way it is now. So to try and figure out if I'm gonna make it in the Rumble tier once it comes out with the current deck that I've got, I've kind of conducted this little test or experiment or whatever you want to call it. So this is my current top 8, right? And they've got the momentum slots on, and when we look at the setup that I've got, let's assume the Rumble tier is here right now. I've got 2 cards right here that would be considered pros of the tier right before the top tier. So 2 Vanguard pros, right? A tier below the Rumble. Keep that in mind. Then I've got a single of the top tier, just a single card from the top tier, and also a pro of 2 tiers below the top tier, which would be a Primal Pro Big E. Then I've also got another 2 tiers below the top tier pro in Dakota Kai, and a single of the tier before the top tier, which would be a single Vanguard Charlotte Flair. So I went ahead and tried to match that up in my wild deck, but for the Vanguard tier. So to match that up exactly, I've got 2 pros of the tier before the top tier. In this case, let's assume the Vanguard tier is the top tier, right? So Big E and Tommaso Ciampa, 2 pros of the tier before the top tier. Then just like my top 8, I've got a single card of the top tier, then a pro of 2 tiers below the top tier, which would be a Nightmare Pro Ted DiBiase, another pro of 2 tiers below the top tier, which would be a Nightmare Pro Mandy Rose, and a single of the tier below the top tier, which would be a single Primal Nikki Cross. That puts me right here. Obviously not in the Vanguard tier, but that's without momentum slots. Now, if I go ahead and put in the momentum slots, so put the strongest cards in the momentum slots, and it goes ahead and actually puts me into Vanguard. So since I replicated pretty much my top 8 for the Vanguard tier here, and I'm in Vanguard, this I think would indicate that I potentially or would likely make it into the Rumble tier, but obviously I'm not 100% sure with this experiment. So my question to you guys is, do you think I'll make it to the Rumble tier with the current setup that I've got, or do I need to get 2 of these Batista cards from the LP store? Let me know.